Hello everyone. This video is just a quick chat about our inner awesomeness. And before we go into the topic, I thought it would be nice just to take one really deep cleansing breath. So if you like, you can close your eyes, and I invite you to take a deep, deep breath in through your nose, down deep into your belly. Welcome. So this topic this month actually came from something that was said to me, and it's something that has happened before in the past. And from time to time, whether it's in my workplace or, yeah, it's mostly in my workplace, people will say to me, "Wow, you're awesome." And at the time when they say it, I just notice how much resistance comes up to that statement. And I thought it would be interesting to explore. And I actually promised someone that I would either do a video or write a blog about this topic. And as I sat with it and really kind of broke it down, I recognized that, we live in a culture that we're not really okay with just with being awesome, if that makes sense. Or we judge people who are awesome. And, for myself, I noticed that the moment someone says that to me, it's like my inner critic just lights up and is like, okay, here's my chance to really break down that story and make sure and prove that it's not true. And my inner critic says, you're awesome until the next stupid thing that you do, or all sorts of things. And I really noticed that it tries to steal the show. And then I was really thinking about, well, what's behind that? Like, what is this idea of being awesome? And perhaps it's really not the right word. And, when I sat with this idea of being awesome, what I really come down to is that, what if our purpose was just to be the deepest, reflection of our own authenticity? So what if we just gave ourselves permission to just be who we really are at our core, and unapologetically and energetically show up in that way? And it made me think that perhaps that's what people are talking about. It's like when they say, you're awesome, it's like those moments where I just show up really, really authentically and in line with who I am, whether it's my values and my purpose. And I think that's the interesting piece. Like for me, it's this idea of being awesome is something bigger than who I am. And the truth is that being who I am is, powerful, is that essence of purpose. And that's not necessarily a comfortable place. Like, I know that my inner critic, the voice of my inner critic, was born from things that I've done that weren't so great, or experiences I've had that weren't so great. And it really speaks to this inner conflict of those stories versus who it is that we're becoming and who it is that we authentically are, and how there's this constant struggle going on between those two truths. And really there's always an opportunity to reclaim that. Now the good news is that for my own inner dialogue, my struggle with that awesomeness over the years has really gotten much more narrow. I really wasn't able to embrace that years ago, and now I still struggle with it a bit, but I think I'm actually more okay with it, which is really kind of fun. So the last thing I'll say about this topic is that the way to begin embracing it is to, instead of making excuses about not being awesome when people pay you a compliment, and really that's what this is. It's about being able to receive the feedback that we're getting from others. And the easiest way to do that, instead of going into a story, is to say thank you. And so I'll leave you with that thought. The next time someone pays you a compliment or reflects back to you your inner awesomeness, I encourage you just to really own it and just say thank you and nothing else. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you're watching it on my newsletter or on Facebook, always happy to have comments or your thoughts on the topic. And I look forward to seeing you again next month.